I want to spec this out as kind of a spectrum of technique that makes up the meditative trajectory. And where we start from is a kind of confused, uh, you could even say bewildered state of mind in which our discursive mind has kind of overgrown its boundaries. It's like all the trees in Central Park and all the foliage just kind of went outside of Central Park and invaded all the apartments nearby, and kind of everything became overgrown with our narrative mind, and we're kind of not able to tune into a natural clarity and presence of awareness so easily because we're so used to being distracted and spread out in terms of where our attention is placed. So the natural way to start is to just find one point, bring it to one point of attention, and then gather our attention, and then again spread it out, but not into the discursive narrative, but into the actual sensation of being alive, the sense perceptions. So in this regard, at the other end of the spectrum is just a sort of pure, what's called pure perception, which is the ability to perceive uh, without overlaying a thick, heavy narrative on top of it, just to see what's in front of you, to hear, to smell, to taste, to touch. And from that point of view, the five sense perceptions that we have are not only considered not an obstacle of something that has to be, covered over in order to achieve awareness, they are the awareness itself. So we sometimes say that the sense perceptions are the five Buddhas, the five awarenesses. And we also call it pure perception sometimes, without that thick filter of our, habitual patterns. And it is very close to experiencing the natural wisdom and clarity that we've been sort of talking about. It could be as simple as just opening your eyes and seeing what's literally right in front of you at this very, very moment, and realizing how little we're actually seeing in the course of we walk from room to room in our house. How much are we actually there and seeing what's there? We go for a walk in a garden and we start taking pictures right away, you know, um, photographs, and we start Instagramming them. We're always trying to capture and then modulate our experience rather than just having it. So at the other end of the spectrum is this kind of natural awareness, which is something that is kind of an inheritance. It's not something that we create. It's something that we uncover, tune into, reconnect with. Um, and so that is a big part of the reason, for example, in that spectrum, why we don't start the meditation practice with eyes closed and sort of centering on an inner landscape, what I call the inner garden, but already becoming porous, permeating our sense of practice with our kind of feeling of naturally wakeful and aware presence. And it's something that you can sort of point to in a number of different ways and talk about. But of course, the ultimate version of it is the actual experience of it. So sometimes we talk about this as sacred outlook, sacred world, not because it has a religious connotation to it or some kind of deep meaning, but because it is so naturally resplendent and enriching and, quite frankly, extraordinary. So this spectrum would be from confused mind to focus to kind of lighter touch of the focus to a very open kind of quality of awareness. And so the method of meditation is going to be based on where we're at any one moment in time as to which method that we apply towards uh, tuning in